このドラゴンって2年前におじいちゃんが言ってたじゃない。
モンキー D ドラゴン革命家じゃ。
これが俺の父ちゃんか。
Hey my dear pirates, you are on channel Straw Hat's One Piece Theories, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the biggest curiosities of the One Piece universe, which is why did Dragon abandon his son? I've done and read several theories about Luffy's mother, and probably the fact that she doesn't appear must have something to do with Dragon's choice to let his only son live with his father, a member of the Navy, Garp. That is a person who is on the completely opposite side of what Dragon lives and believes. Why then did Dragon leave Luffy with his father? Why would he allow someone from the Navy to take care of his son if he hates them so much? If Dragon took care of Sabo like a son, then why didn't he take care of Luffy too? Well, we're going to analyze all this in today's video. So if you want to be a pirate king like me and achieve eternal glory, go ahead and press the like button with all the power of your devil fruit. And if you're new here my dear sailor, already subscribe to the channel and don't forget to activate the notifications bell so you don't miss any new video, okay? Then join this crew that will dominate the entire Grand Line and the New World. Now without further ado, let's get to this epic video. And well my dear pirate, in a past video I talked about the dichotomy between Dragon and Garp and how their worldviews are different even though they are father and son. Of course, there is a possibility that Garp is not Garp's legitimate son. Many theories point to that, but today we are not going to talk about that. The point of today's video is very simple. If Dragon hates the Navy and the world governments so much, why then does he left her only son to live with someone who works for these entities? Well, the most plausible answer to that question is that the Navy and the world government would never suspect that one of their most famous soldiers would be defending the son of a revolutionary. After all, when the news that Luffy is Dragon's son is revealed, everyone is completely shocked, but there is a mystery about it. If Dragon left Luffy for Garp to take care of, thinking about the theory that it would be easier to hide something that the Navy might want to destroy, in this case Luffy, closer to the Navy itself, then that means that Dragon trusts and believes in his father more than any other living being on Earth, even though he's part of the organization he hates the most. Because of this, we go back to the dichotomy that exists between Dragon and Garp, and we can analyze it by thinking about it in our reality. Many people hate Garp for everything that happened to Ace, but he did everything in his power to prevent that from happening. After all, he received the boy from the hands of the Pirate King himself so that he could protect him. So as much as Garp has his convictions and ideologies, he still doesn't fully believe in the Navy or the world government. Also because if he believed, he would have already become an admiral, or who knows, a fleet admiral. But no, he continues as a vice admiral, all this to have the minimum influence of the world government in his life, since the admirals are under the orders of the world government. Dragon must have sensed this in his father. Even though he believed in a world and future completely different from Garp's, Dragon still preferred to leave Luffy with him, and having the son of the Pirate King protected by Garp earned him a certain amount of respect. On Dragon's part, after all, Garp fought alongside Roger against Rox D. Zebek. So, as much as Dragon hated his father's vision of the world and justice, he still understood that Garp would be the most reliable person possible to take care of Luffy. And what happened to Ace, unfortunately something he couldn't avoid no matter how hard he tried. Perhaps Dragon wanted to see how far the will of the D would influence Luffy to become a pirate, even with Garp as his tutor. And what do I mean by all this? Well, my dear pirates, perhaps Dragon, as well as Garp, understood that the Navy isn't all bad. I believe that Garp is still in the Navy because he understands that this organization can really do good. After all, the world is made up of good and bad people everywhere. As much as we see the Navy from the pirates' point of view, there is the Navy's point of view as well. I mentioned this in the video where I talk about Luffy becoming the Pirate King and Kobe being the leader of the Navy when the world government finishes. Kobe's speech to Akainu at Marineford and the appearance of Shanks confirming that speech made it very clear, in my view, that although there is this dichotomy, these two worldviews, there is still goodness and loyalty on both sides. Yes, the Navy is unfortunately under the control of people or even bad deities, but that doesn't mean that everyone in the Navy is bad. In the same way that not all pirates are good and just want freedom, many pirates want domination and power. Luffy is in the middle of it all. He wants freedom, but he wants to protect people. He wants to be the greatest pirate in the world, but he doesn't want to boss anyone around. Dragon and Garp are two sides of the same coin. Both can see what's good and fair in this world in their own ways, but in the end, Luffy, having lived his childhood with his grandfather, gave him a certain sense of justice that we don't see in most One Piece pirates. Maybe that's why Dragon entrusted his son to a Navy Vice Admiral, not only to protect him, but because he knew that Luffy had to see the world's vision a little bit as his grandfather saw it in order to form his own worldview. But now I want to know your opinion about everything we commented here today. Do you believe that Dragon left Luffy with his father just to protect him? Or is it that Dragon wanted his son to learn something that perhaps he himself was not able to see? But of course, if you made it this far, it's because you like the content, so it doesn't hurt to subscribe to our channel and become one more member of our fleet, my dear sailor. And of course, do not forget to press the like button. That helps a lot in spreading the video and the channel, so help us to become the largest fleet of pirates here on YouTube, okay? A big hug for everyone, and until the next video.